Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights, the main campaign, where Maestro Erikson, the Paladin, has arrived in Beorunna's well, and now he has to go searching for the words of power. Now, I figured out what I did wrong. I bought the wrong armor. I needed padded armor +2. It's counterintuitive as that seems. Because I needed armor that has a total armor class of +3. Which is really inconvenient. But oh well. What needs to be done, be done.
Hey, what?
I want you to make an item for me. Right, I see there's stuff on my anvil. Yeah. I could combine that gargoyle skull with your magical armor into a top-of-the-line suit of white bone armor. Well, job isn't cheap. No, of course it isn't. Here's your gold. There you go. Yep. I'm gonna pick it up now, so get out of my way. And here we have silver bone armor, which is let's have actually the inventory properly open, which is 7 + 2, which is 9. But the most important part of that is armor is the damage reduction +1 soak 15 damage, which admittedly I can't quite memorize how the math works on that. But it probably works. Anyway, that's slightly better than the white dragon armor. Well, in that it's better at deflecting melee damage, which is, yeah, to be honest, or, well, regular damage, non-elemental damage. That's a better way to say it.
Hello there.
Let's have a look in your inventory. I'll just get rid of the white bone, the white dragon armor. And don't need that. We still have plenty of cash. Let's see. Mirror shield gives me +3, so I need a shield that's better than that if I'm gonna replace it. Let's see, +3 would be 6 and 5. Well, I'm tempted, but no. Not really worth it all that much. Now, other than that, we still haven't really picked up any other quests, aside from talking to Lydia in Cambridge about the Star Sapphire. Or the Word of Power, rather. Oh, you want me to talk to you, are you? You going up at the top of the plateau to see Beorunna's well? If you are, just watch your step. I wouldn't trust those Ulfgard savages as far as I could throw them. Who you? The Lord's Alliance figured it might be a good idea to post a guard here at the base of the plateau to warn people. Past this point you're entering heathen camps. Ooh, scary. You can go on up if you want, but watch your step with the savages. We don't want any trouble with those Ulfgard camped around Beorunna's well. Beorunna's well? Yeah, you know, Beorunna's well. Yeah, that perfectly explains nothing except the name. You're repeating the name again. It ain't much to look at, but I guess some people figure it's a big deal. What with the historical significance and all. I mean, you could have just led with that. Beorunna was some Ulfgard hero, or so they say. The legendary father of their people in some sort of, or some such nonsense. They say he built that well at the top of this plateau. I don't believe in the legend myself, but the plateau is a holy site to them Ulfgard. Guess that's why they built their camp up there. Ulfgard? Yeah, one of those Ulfgard tribes has joined the Lord's Alliance. The Black Lions, I think. I don't really trust them, heathens, but I guess we need all the help we can get. They've gone and set their camp up on top of the plateau. Seems they figured they've got a claim to the land around Beorunna as well. Is there anything else up there besides your prejudice? Well, there's a druid grove up there. I think it's run by a man named Yusam. You know them druids. Nature this, nature that. Yeah, I know. I guess that's why he'd rather stay up there. Besides, Biorunna as well with them primitive Ulfgard instead of down here with us civilized folk. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say that. See you around then. Yeah, watch yourself. You watch yourself. Bigoted. B-word. Mind you, in character, of course. Malcolm would probably also be a little bit prejudiced, considering he's both a paladin and a snob. Alright, Iltura Sarptil. We have not seen you in quite a while.
Greetings. Normally, I don't deal with those who have no experience in the arcane arts, but Erin Gend has asked me to make my inventory available to everyone, if it will help the war effort.
It most certainly will.
I still don't think I want to give you access to my lab in the back. That's reserved for those who have some experience in magic. But I will open my inventory to you, though most of the items are more suited to mages and their ilk.
Uh-huh. Why is there a branch of the Many-Starred Cloak Guild out here? Do not let the stereotype of the solitary wizard in the tower color your perception of all who employ magic in their livelihood. Neverwinter is in trouble, and the guild offered to help in any way possible. Aaron Gent requested our presence here so that we could aid both the war effort and those adventurers seeking the mysterious words of power. The guild is glad to offer its resources to those seeking to save our fair city. Well, how do you know my name? Please, Malcolm, I'm a mistress of the arcane. Such information is easily divined by one with my power. Now, how may I help you? You could have just answered, because I'm a wizard, that's why. Which is always my favorite answer. Because I'm a wizard, that's why. I wish to purchase some magic supplies. Yes, I would. Oh, favorable. I love having charisma. It served me so much better in game than in the real world. Cloak of Protection. I have Fortification here, don't I? You do have a Cloak of Fortification. +3. There is a chance I could find one in the world, but the chance of that is quite small. 75,000. Yeah, that's probably worth it. If only to just have a slightly different color on my back. You have any rings or amulets that I want to replace? Let's see. Ring of Resistance, Staff of Power, Rod of Terror. Don't really care about the Rod of Terror. Rod of Beguiling. Charm a person. I'll never remember to use that in a fight. Rod of Reversal, I've got one of those. If I have to replace it, I'll know to come to you. And do I have any spells I picked up that I might want to get rid of? Nope, looks like everything in here I can cast, if I ever remember to. Well, she won't let me use the laboratory because I'm not a wizard. And I don't feel like changing that. Let's see, this is the Temple of Tyr. Yeah, might as well pick up the quest here as well. Hello, Nurik. What are you doing over here?
Hail to ye!
Oh, greetings, Malcolm. It's me, Nurik. Remember? I was serving in Tyr's church in Port Last until Aaron Gent asked me to come here and oversee this temple here at Biorunna as well. Seriously, how long ago was this? I mean, we just left Luskin. And I saw you pretty much before I went into Luskin, so... How much time has really passed? I wish the game would have just told me that. I remember, Nurik, because I have a very good memory. Unlike you. Good to see you again. I'm surprised you remember me, Malcolm. But with everything on your mind, the Luskan cult, Erebus betrayal, why, that's enough to make someone forget their own name. Yeah, anyone other than me. To be honest, I almost didn't recognize you, the great hero of Neverwinter. I'm struggling with a problem that has had me a little out of sorts lately. Well, maybe I could help you with this problem. I don't know. This is a very delicate matter. Recently, an Uthgard tribesman named Rolgan killed one of the Lord's Alliance soldiers. He claims it was self-defense, and I've given him sanctuary here to save him from the vengeance of the soldier's friends. But Rolgan cannot stay in the temple forever. I'm trying to arrange a fair trial for the young man, but his Uthgard friends are unfamiliar with our justice system, and none of the Lord's Alliance mercenaries want to defend him during the trial. Or maybe I could defend the Uthgard warrior. Your offer is a generous one, and, as Tyr's priest, I will ensure you are properly compensated according to the defense you present. After careful consideration, I have selected the jury. There will be 2 who represent the interests of the Uthgard, 2 who represent the mercenaries, and my own acolyte Erikson. I felt this was the only way to be fair. If you agree to undertake this case, I can give you the details. Or is there something else you need? Yes, but I'll ask that after you give me the details. I'll do it. Take this notebook. It contains information on the jurors and witnesses, as well as the details of the case and the trial itself. As an officer of Tyr, you must keep this notebook to record the progress of the case. I can summarize the notebook for you. First, the jurors. A mercenary named Averick, a ranger named Dalcia, a soldier named Javon, and an Uthgard wise woman called Pala. And of course my own acolyte Erikson. Feel free to speak to any of the jurors before the trial. It is common practice to do so in these matters. The ranger and Pala can be found in the Uthgard camp. The others are here in the building housing the Lord's Alliance members. And what about the witnesses? The prosecutor has advised me that he will be calling 2 mercenaries who witnessed the event, Zed and Lodar. He will also question Vanda, the wife of the accused. I suggest you speak to these people before the trial to gather what evidence you can. And of course there's the Uthgard himself, Rolgan. He doesn't have to testify, but if you call him up to defend his actions, then the prosecutor will also be able to question him. He is here in the temple, in the back of the temple here, if you wish to speak to him. I will begin my investigations right away. Rolgan is counting on you to bring forth the truth at his trial. Once you have all the evidence, come speak to me, and we can begin the proceedings. Is there something I can do for you, Malcolm? I would like to purchase some supplies. He's favorable. Yay! Well, I'm not really interested in replacing my boots of speed, but I don't think you have anything for that. Your armor is generally pathetic. I don't think you have any weapons I want. You sell potions of heal. No, there's no need to stock up on them. You do have a ring of power, which would be nice. Let's see, what's the resistance on this? It's basically one of the resistances isn't there. One of the resistances isn't on this thing. Let's see, cold, fire, electrical. It's acid, isn't it? Yeah. So I have to calculate how many times I'm gonna get acid thrown in my face. Probably not all that often. So this would be worth it, but I'm not entirely sure the regeneration of this ring would stack with the lantern ring. The freedom would be nice though. Let's see. 180,000. It's almost 200,000. I don't currently have that. Well, I can always come back for it later. Right. Edgar, since you are here, let's question you. This middle-aged man has the look of an earnest and eager acolyte performing the will of his chosen god.
Well met.
Welcome to the Temple of Tyr. Should you require the services of a priest, please speak to Nurik. Who are you? I am Edgar, a minor acolyte in the service of Tyr. Though I have little in the way of divine powers, I try to make myself useful by performing the day-to-day functions around the temple. If you need the service of a true cleric, yeah. Alright, fine.
Well met.
I'm here about Rolgan's trial. Of course. Nurik has done me a great honor by selecting me for the jury in this case. I'm looking forward to performing my duties in the administration of Tyr's justice. How do you feel about this case? Even though I disapprove of Ulfgard's worship of a pagan god, I'm not going to prejudge him. The real culprit in this crime is the demon alcohol. Of course, the alcohol does not excuse the Ulfgard's behavior. Anyone who lets themselves get drunk must bear the consequences of his actions. This is why I strongly disapprove of consuming alcoholic beverages. But I am keeping an open mind. I wish you well in this case, my lord. May the justice of Tyr be served. Now, if I was a less honest person, I might try to influence the courts in my favor by asking if I could bribe them in some way. Because I intend to go for a full acquittal in this case. Because I'm good. If I was playing an evil character, I might try to go for a full... what's the opposite of that? A full guilty verdict. Let's see, this is the mercenary enclave. Drinking house. Let's go into the mercenary enclave then. So here's just some soldiers with some chests that I could pick. Here's Zed, who's barely injured, which will come in important later, but for now, let's talk to Rolkit.
I don't recognize you. And I thought I knew all the new recruits who've joined the Lord's Alliance.
My name is Malcolm Erikson. I work for Erin Gent. Malcolm Erikson? The same Malcolm Erikson who saved Neverwinter from the plague? Who could use a good man like you up on the battlefront? Yeah, I imagine I would kick ass, but unfortunately I am here. It's too bad, Gent, as you're working on something else. You must have come in here to purchase some equipment, right? So what can I interest you in? A good sword? A stout shield, perhaps? Or was there something else? Well, let's see your inventory. Right, he's unfavorable. Are you a fence by any chance? No. Let's see, you have some basic stuff. Ooh, shield with the Dragon Slayer. Alright, so it's just a regular A3 shield plus versus anyone else, but a direct versus dragons, it's very good. Alright, I have plenty of carrying capacity, and the mirror shield doesn't really do anything for me with the resistances as long as I've got the rune hammer equipped. Let's see, can I buy this? Let's see, 52,000. Yes, I can. Alright, let's upgrade then. And I'll sell the mirror shield to someone who is going to give me a little bit of a better deal. You don't have anything else here that I am truly interested in. Nope, basic potions, and I don't think you have any weapons. Well, you have a lot of weapons, but I don't think there's anything in here that's actually worth my time. Nothing named, at least. Nope. Nope, doesn't look like it. Nope. Nope. Still nothing. Alright, well.
I'll do you in, I will!
Back again? You need to buy some equipment. Or is there something else I can do for you?
Can I ask you some questions? Truth is, I don't have time to play information clerk. I'm too busy trying to run a war here. Erikson put me in charge of training and equipping the troops battling the Luskan forces. Seems he's too busy searching for those words of power to bother with a little thing like a war.
I'll do you in, I will!
Yeah, sure you will. Normally I wouldn't complain, but this isn't exactly what I signed on for. We can't fight a war with no supplies. No supplies? What are you talking about? It's those blasted orcish raiders. Every time we get a new supply line set up on the battlefront, those damn bandits cut it off. An army's no good if they can't have a steady stream of supplies replenishing their stores. I tell you, if this keeps up, we might as well surrender to Luskan right now. Well, maybe I could help with the supply lines. Hey, I'll welcome any help I can get. I've already put a bounty on the heads of the two most famous orc bandits in the region, Vav and Gazut. I figure I get both taken out, the rest of the thieving scum will get the message and back off. I'm offering 500 gold pieces for each of them, payable upon delivery of their decapitated head. Any idea where I could start looking for these bandits? You could try looking in the Coldwood to the northeast. That place has always had its share of bandits. And there were some reports of bandits around Fort Ilkar to the south. Other than that I couldn't say. Finding them is the hard part. Well, that and killing them. I'll be back to collect those bounties. Good luck. Don't be easy to find those bandit hideouts. Vav and Gazut have been in business for years and no one struck them down yet. Take this writ though. It identifies you as a bounty hunter under my authority. Well, good, I have that then. Then nobody will send it my way. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.